What was like getting started with the first book?
I have a literary agent. I signed with her after my debut graphic novel Chef's Kiss came out, and other books that I was working on. Would really like to not have to ever negotiate my own contracts again. She'll also look for work for me. She knew I had a cooking background. She knew that I had done food journalism. The year that Chef's Kiss came out, I started working at Condé Nast as an editor for Epicurious. I've done recipe development for a bunch of different brands. Every cookbook I've done so far, I'm a fan of the IP. And she knew that. She knew I had really broad knowledge of just video games, TV, and all that stuff. So the publisher Inside Editions went to her looking for a recipe developer / author for the Pokémon Cookbook. And so she texted me one day and said, do you have time to talk? And normally the answer to that to anybody is no, because I don't want to be on the phone. But because she's my agent, of course I said yes. Do you have any interest in working on a Pokémon Cookbook? I said, what? We talked about it a bit more, and I said, yeah, of course, and did an interview with the editors that I worked with on that project, and came in with ideas that I had for it. They were happy with what I brought to the meeting, so they hired me. And then they were really happy with what I did with that book, so they hired me 9 more times. Yeah, it's great because comics take so long to make, and I only write them. I don't draw like the other Jarrett. So I write my script and I'm done, but then it takes 2 years to draw. And then it takes another 6 months after that to do marketing and stuff. So 3 years go by, and then the graphic novel comes out. Whereas the cookbooks, I work on them steadily for a few months, and they usually come out within a year of when I submit the final manuscript. That work is steadier and pays well. I do this to keep my life in order. It's weird because I started out as a comic author, but now I do this more primarily. I have way more cookbooks out than I have comics and graphic novels.
Are you a chef as well?
Did you
go to culinary school?
I didn't go to culinary school, but I've worked in restaurants.
Okay.
I have worked in restaurants on every level, from dishwasher to executive chef. And I worked in a bakery for a while as well. I didn't want to do that anymore, so writing seemed a lot easier on the body.
When did you start writing in earnest?
In earnest? 2010.
So it's been 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years of writing, doing all kinds of stuff, articles online, articles for magazines, comics.
And then when did your first book come out?
Chef's Kiss came out in 2022.
Okay.
Although I had other stuff come out before that, but Chef's Kiss is mine. Yeah. Chef's Kiss is also Chef's Kiss. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.